some of the mistakes I made while growing up as a young girl, or would I say some of the lessons I learned that I want to share with my girls this morning, there is a whole lot. And the things I wished I did that I want them to learn now so that they will not find themselves in the same mistakes. The first thing I did that I wished I had done better was not investing in time, not being able to save. Yes, as a young girl, I made money earlier because I started working at the age of 17 or 18, when I was in my second year in the university. I think about 18 years thereabout. I started working, I was making money. But because I didn't have the knowledge of financial literacy, I didn't know the importance of saving, I didn't know the importance of investing. I was using my money as it was coming. I was using it to look good. Of course, it was of good importance to me. But at the long run, I realized what I missed by not doing those things earlier. So this time, I am teaching my daughters how to save, I'm teaching them how to invest, and I'm teaching them the importance of delayed gratification. Like I always say, good things never finish. So whatever it is that you're fighting for at the moment, at this time, let me tell you one thing. Greater ones are coming up, new editions of it are coming on, advanced technology is coming out. So whatever it is that you desire now, that you cannot afford, or you are not up to having, leave it for the time when it is due. So this is what I'm teaching them. So at the moment, there are so many mistakes that I made. But guess what? Those mistakes actually taught me what I am using now to empower the young generation of girls. It taught me what I am using to build up strong women in leadership. And there are so many life skills that I want them to learn that will help them. And some of these life skills are for their own good. Yes, other people may benefit from it, but first, for their own good. And the number one of that life skill is learning how to cook. It's very important that every girl learns and knows how to cook. In fact, not just cooking, baking, things that have to do with kitchen. You're doing it for yourself first before anybody can benefit. You don't learn how to cook because you're preparing yourself for marriage, or because you want to do it to impress your friends, or even to satisfy your parents. No, for the fact that you will be the very primary beneficiary of cooking good food for yourself that nourishes your body. Another one is what? Cleanliness and organization. Be clean for yourself, not for any other person. Cleanliness, they say, is next to godliness. You know why? Because when you're clean, you're organized. And God is very organized, very intentional about organization. Every girl should know how to what? Clean, keep tidy, how to maintain hygiene for your own personal reasons, for your health, for your appearance, for your coordination, for your composure. Very important. As a young girl, you need to adopt the skill of cleanliness. Another skill is confidence and public speaking. Every girl should be a public speaker. Not public speaking maybe to as a career, but public speaking to defend yourself, to stand up for yourself, to be able to express yourself. You need to be bold and confident to express yourself. Public speaking is a skill every girl is a must. Because when you don't know how to express yourself publicly, confidently, and boldly, you will be taken advantage of. Your voice will be silenced. Every girl's voice needs to be heard. And for you to be heard, you need to be confident about public speaking. Another life skill is what? Emotional regulation. This is an attack on girls, women, emotional situations. When you're not able to regulate your emotions, you fall prey. Your vulnerability will be used and maximized. You fall into the hands of predators. You fall into the hands of people who will disrespect you, who will abuse you, who will maltreat you because you don't know how to regulate your emotions. You should know how to handle situations when they come. Know how to put what in place without having an emotional breakdown. Emotional regulation is a must for every girl who dares to be strong, confident, who dares to lead, to make impact, and to be responsible. Another life skill that is non-negotiable is time management. I struggle with time management with my girls. Oh, there's no time for this, there's no time for that. But the truth is, there is enough time. There is 24 hours in a day, and everybody has equal amount of time. The great people you see today do not have any minutes more than we do. So the way you manage your time, the way you maximize your time is how the outcome will be. During the last Valentine's Day hangout we had, so we passed the questionnaires for the girls, and like we asked them a question, about if they want to join the forum where they will be properly trained and mentored. And I saw most of them writing, "We don't have time. Oh, school is taking too much time." And I was like, "But you all had phones. You all could stay on the phone, scroll through the social media for hours." But you don't have time for personal growth and development. You don't have time for transformation. You don't have time for upliftment. You don't have time for empowerment. This is as a result of bad time management. When you don't manage your time well, you will be lagging behind. So every girl needs to step up with their time management. Another one is basic negotiation skills. You should learn how to negotiate. Every girl should learn how to refuse when it doesn't fit your values. You should know how to negotiate things that don't contribute to your growth. Not everything that comes your way is right. You don't have to accept everything because it came from your friends, because it came from your family. No. Learn how to negotiate. Let them know that, oh, I'm not able to do this because this does not furnish my values. It does not align in my purpose. It doesn't align in God's agenda for my life. Learn how to negotiate. Negotiation skill is a non-negotiable skill for every young girl. Another one is knowing how to handle disappointment. The young girls of nowadays don't know how to handle disappointment. They are always stressed out. Any small thing, they are depressed. And when you listen to the reason why they are depressed, you will give a big laugh. Because what? This is as a result of not knowing how to handle disappointment. I always tell my girls, the only way not to be disappointed or not to be angry or not to be let down is by not having high expectations of anyone. I tell them this always. The way I overcame anger in my life. In fact, as I am right now, nothing can get me angry, no matter the gravity, no matter the intensity of what it is. I can never be angry. You know why? Because I chose not to. Because I came to an awareness, I came to an understanding that anybody can do anything at any time without your permission. So whatever comes my way is expected. So if it doesn't come, it is okay. If it comes, it is even okay. So sometimes when people come to me and tell me, oh, can you imagine what this person did? Bonnie will like expecting me to do that. Are you serious? Why would that kind of person do that? And I'm like, and so what? It's expected because anything is expected. So when you have this understanding, you will never be disappointed. You will never be let down, and you will never be angry. So it's very important that every young girl learns this, that for you not to be let down, do not have high hopes or high expectations of anybody. Another thing I wish I knew while growing up that I want to share with my girls is normalize continuous learning. Continuous learning, acquiring higher knowledge. I wish someone told me this earlier. The level at which I would have gone, but you know what? It taught me a whole lot. That is why at the Responsible Girls Forum, we are not holding back. That is why we have taken it upon ourselves to make sure that any girl or every girl that comes into the forum is empowered, transformed to lead her generation, to make impact, positive impact in her generation. No knowledge acquired is a waste. Knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is a win. You can know it, but when it is not applied, it won't be fruitful. It won't be beneficial. So every girl should go for higher knowledge, and in acquiring the knowledge, should also endeavor to put to practice the knowledge that she has acquired. That is why at the Responsible Girls Forum, we put practical use of knowledge that we share. We don't just teach, we model it, we live it out. We show it. When you see us, you should be able to say, indeed, these are responsible women. Another aspect I want to talk about in acquiring knowledge is books. Books are normal. I struggled with reading. I'm actually still struggling with reading. But you know what? For the fact that I have to be advanced, for the fact that I need to be empowered, for the fact that I need to level up, I have to read. I have to what? Read. So reading is very important. Books are assets. Invest in books. Give time to reading. Questions are always welcome. I can ask questions. I ask stupid questions. I ask useless questions. I ask nonsense questions. And you know what? I am not even ashamed of asking them, because every question demands an answer. And when a question is asked, no matter how stupid you think that question is, an answer will come. And when an answer comes, it liberates. Because when you don't know and you don't ask, you remain in darkness. But when you don't know and you ask, you get enlightened. Let people laugh at me and give me an answer than for me to be shut out in the darkness. So I urge every girl to ask questions. Whenever you find yourself, ask questions. Whatever you don't know, ask questions. You can ask questions as many times as you want. If you ask the first person and the first person does not answer you, ask the second person, ask the third person. Keep asking. Sometimes I go to places that I don't know. And someone says, and I ask someone, okay, how do I get to this place? And he said, oh, do like this. By the time I walk 2 minutes, I'm asking another person. In fact, before I get to the place, I must have asked like 6 people. Because what I want to be accurate. I want to get the right answer. I want to be sure that the answer I'm getting is worth it. So ask questions as many times as you want. Let people laugh at you, but give you the answer. It will help you. Ask questions. Another thing is get curious. Yes. Whatever you don't know, get curious about it. Seek to know. Find out. Search, research. As a girl who wants to be responsible, who wants to be a leader with great impact, you need to be curious. How is this done? How did we come about this? Why was it? Why is it not? Ask those questions. Yes, I'm curious to know. Explain to me. In fact, sometimes when all these things are being explained, I bring myself down so that I can understand it like a kindergartner. Every girl that needs to grow, that needs to be empowered, needs to be curious. Another thing is mentorship. We have, what's it called? I know people don't like paid mentorship. Everybody loves free things, but I want to let you know that no good knowledge, no valuable knowledge is for free. You have to pay for it. At the free level, you get the crumbs. But when you come into the cohort, when you come into the forum, that is where we open up deep insight, structure, tools that will help build you up to the woman you need to become. Mentorship is a guide to help you, position you in a path that you need to go, in a path that you have chosen for yourself without making mistakes. Mistakes, they say, is a great teacher. Yes. Experience is a great teacher. But I tell my girls, you don't have to experience it for it to teach you. Why do you have to experience it? That is why we have books. Books of people who experience same things. And they have put it in place. They have put it in the book so that you don't experience it. So why experience it? Because you know what? There are some experiences that you have to live with for the rest of your life. There are experiences that will inhibit your growth. There are experiences that will hinder your success. So why experience it yourself? When some people somewhere have experienced it, penned it down so that you don't experience such. That is the importance of mentorship. Guide, leading you in the paths that you should follow to actualize your dream, fulfill your purpose. Another thing is leadership opportunities. It is a very important thing that you engage in leadership activities. Go for seminars, conferences, pay for them. Pay for them. Yes. For every time you attend, you've added something to your life that you will eventually use as time goes on. Another thing that I want to talk about today is how we live. As good as whatever we teach the girls are good, but what you live out, how you live out your life is more important. Yes, the lesson, girls, I know they are listening to parents, but they want to see you live it. So if you say it, live it out. Like I will always say, your life is the mirror your children look into every day. When they see how you manage stress, how you handle disappointment, your time management, when they see how you handle finance, money matters, how you do your business, how you go to your job, they want to see all those things. Don't shut them out. Every girl looks up to her mother. You are the number one role model as a mother. You are the number one role model as a mother. And no matter what you say, if your life is the opposite of what you say, do not expect any result from it. To crown it all, prayer. Every girl should learn how to pray. Pray. Bible said we ought to pray. We need to pray ceaselessly. Because in the midst of it all, we are in a world filled with evil and wickedness. And prayer is a communication between you and our Heavenly Father. Always reminding Him His words concerning you to guide you, to protect you. Prayer is a non-negotiable thing to do. You don't have to pray when it's convenient. You don't have to pray when you just feel like it. Prayer should be on the top list. I want to close with prayer because a lot of us would rather do everything but pray. But when situations that call for prayer come, they start running around. But I tell you, when you invest in prayer, you bridge a large percentage of the troubles, the challenges, the attacks that the enemy projected towards you. Every girl should dwell in the labor room of prayer to be able to grow, to be able to be transformed, to be able to be empowered. Because Bible speaking, for by strength shall no man prevail. So in the midst of all you do, when you don't pray, you are prone to danger, to attacks of the enemy. Pray always, pray consistently, pray ceaselessly. Engage God in all you do. And my charge to every young girl, the goal is not to prevent mistakes, because mistakes will come. The goal is not to what? Prevent mistakes. The goal is to learn. The goal is to what? Learn, make adjustments, move on, and grow. The goal is to be confident. The goal is to have structure. The goal is to have faith. And the goal is to have exposure. And when all these things are in place, you will be unstoppable. So, girl, you need to get in the room. Get into the Responsible Girls Forum. Come and be led. It is a forum where you are allowed to pour out your heart, to open up without being judged, without being rejected, without being abused, without being mocked. It is a forum where you are being encouraged, where you are being lifted, where you are being affirmed, and where you are being led. At Responsible Girls Forum, we don't hold back. We pour in our hearts because God has called me, the visionary, to reclaim the generation of these young girls. Identities are being lost. There is a whole lot of misconception of identities. Girls are being maltreated, abused, used because they don't know who they are, because they don't even understand their place in God's heart. But here, we lift them up, teach them how to hold their heads high, and then become that powerful lady. Every confident girl becomes a strong, powerful woman. To join the Responsible Girls Forum, please drop a message, send us an email, responsiblegirlsforum@gmail.com. You can visit our social media handles. You can visit us on Facebook, Responsible Girls Forum, on Instagram, Responsible Girls Forum. And we will welcome you. We'll be glad to walk you hand in hand through the process until the job is done. And we will at last rejoice, celebrate, and be glad. Thank you.